Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is YAHMAD. So in this video, we will continue looking at paper 2 from the Information Technology course, October-November 2017. And this paper is focusing mostly on databases. And if you check out part 1, we've completed the first part of this task where we had to examine these files and then we had to import or merge some files together into one and then merge or import these three tables into Access to create a relational database. And we also looked at a data dictionary. So if you're not sure what data dictionary is, it's basically a document like this, which for each table, we identify the field names, the data types, information like field size, and then any other metadata, which could include primary keys, foreign keys, and specific data types. Okay, so that was for the payroll or the employees table. We had to extract some of these fields from another sheet into the employees table using a VLOOKUP. So please check out the first part of the video. And the sites and job description table is pretty much as it was. We just had to make sure the job description table was in a correct format for importing into Access. Okay, so now what we're going to be doing is question 4. Okay, so the company needs information about the number of staff working at each site. Create a report to display the number of staff employed in each job at each site. Okay. So just before we look at this information here, it looks like we're going to be creating a crosstab. Okay. I'm just seeing, yeah. And key parts are, let me just delete this for a second. It's each site needs to be represented here. Okay. And create a report display the number of staff employed in each job. So the job, it also needs to be represented. So I'm going to change the color of this. So if you look at this crosstab, this is a crosstab query. You got the job descriptions as column headings. Okay. And then you got the sites as row headings. Okay. So at Ashford, we'll have a number of how many admin assistants we have, admin managers, line managers, and so on. Okay. So the formatting we can come back to later. Yeah, this is all later. Once we get to the report. Yeah, I'm just reading this. This is all the report. Right. Before we can get to the report part and start formatting and look at this information here, we need to make the crosstab. And to make the crosstab, we need to, first of all, create a query with the fields that we need. So the fields that we need are going to be the site, the job descriptions, okay, in full, not the codes. And then also how we're going to add up or count each employee. And what we can use is their payroll number. So if we go to here, we can use these payroll numbers to count for each job description. So let's go ahead and make that query. Just to save everything. Let's go to create query design. So from this table, we need the payroll number. From job descriptions table, we need this field. Then we need the site name. So if you go to run, we have all of the information that we need in this query here. Okay, save. I'm going to call this question 4, so Q4, since we're on question 4. Done. And then we're going to click on create and go to query wizard, and we want to select crosstab query wizard. Press OK. We want to go to queries and select the query 4. Press next. Which fields values do you want to show, or do you want as row headings? So for row headings, we want site. So it's going to be Ashford and Bolton and Cardiff and Dundee. So we can click on site, go to next. Which fields values do you want as column headings? That's going to be the job description. Next. And it's going to be the payroll number that's going to be used. And we're going to be counting each employee by their payroll number. Next. Finish. Okay, so we have something that looks like this. We have the total working at Ashford. So we've got 35 employees. This we need to keep because if you look at here, we need to have a total company staff number here. So I'm going to keep that for now. It's not going to be displayed in a report down here, but we need to keep that. And then we have 7 admin staff at Ashford, 4 at Bolton, 3 at Cardiff, and 5 at Dundee. So now that we've done this, okay, we can now move ahead and create a report. So this is now where we create the report now. Okay, so if I go to create a report wizard, this one here, from the Crosstab query, select everything, next, next, next. Let's make a landscape so we can make it fit. And obviously, if you look at here, it looks like it is landscape. Next, and is there a title? Staff number at each factory. So this we can include now. Okay, and let me just highlight this part as complete. Go back to yellow. And finish. So we have something that looks like this. If I go to close, let's do some formatting now. So the head and footer must have a black background and be 2 centimeters in height. So let me just, and the text is displayed in white sans serif font. So we can go for Arial. Serif would be Times New Roman, but we want sans serif, so we can just go for Arial. Go to Home, Arial. This is, oh yeah, here we go. Set the font size for the title to be 24 points and all other text in the head and footer to be 16 points. So 24 points, make it white. And then if I click on here, back color, we're going to make it black. Height, we're going to make it 2 centimeters. Okay, so that's the header done. The footer, yeah, the header and footer. So the footer also is going to be black and 2 centimeters. And it's also going to include text to be displayed in a white sans serif font. Can get my words out there for a second. So let's drag down the footer, double click. Height is going to be 2 centimeters. The back color is going to be black. Okay. And what we need to include in the footer is going to be your candidate details. So insert your center number or your name, center number, and candidate number in the footer. So if I just go to database report design, label, just copy that in and then we'll just change it. So Yasser Ahmed, center number, I'll just go for the example from the paper. Just for now, XX999 and I 1234. So XX999 and 1234. Right, what I'm going to do here is we're going to change this to white. Arial. And anything else in the head and footer is going to be, so all other text in head and footer is going to be set to 16. Done. So let's now go to print preview or layout view. Okay, so we're almost done, but not quite. So is that 16? Looks a bit bigger than 16. No, it's 16. This is 24. Right, what we're going to do now is, Just close that down. I want to make this box a bit bigger because you'll notice the headings are center aligned and the text is wrapping. So if I just press like this, pressing Control on the keyboard to select all of these at the same time. And let's make it center aligned. Okay, and go to print preview now. So this one we don't need. I'm going to get rid of it in a second. Close the print preview. Let's go to layout view. And let's just fix everything up. So the site information we can just move across like this. Let's sort this one out because what I need to get is a total actually, then we can move everything across. So if I click on, actually, if I just go back to layout view, if I go to here and go to totals and sum, we got 127 here. And that 127 now needs to be placed here. And this now we don't need anymore, so we can cut this out or delete it on layout view. So we've got 127 up there. Okay, so we've got a number here as well. We'll format this in a minute. So what we're going to do now is just, that's fine. Let's start moving these ones across. We'll do 2 at a time. This one needs to be increased slightly so we can include all of the information. This data as well needs to be, the size needs to be increased so we can include all of the data. And this one is going to take a while. Just let me get this done really quickly. It's like we're doing it for all of them. These 2 are okay, so I'll just move them across. So I'm pressing Control to select their heading and then the data. This one is also okay. Okay, and this information here is also center aligned. So design view, what I'm going to do is just highlight all of these like this. Go to home, center align. There we go, it's going to be a bit better. So let's read the question. So we've done this. Header and footer is black, 2 centimeters. Text displayed in white sans serif font. Staff numbers at each factory is the title, which was 24. Anything else is 16. So I need the columns must be labeled with the job description for each job. So that's done. Got the job descriptions. The total number of staff must be shown in the report header with the label total company staff. So I'll go to design view. Or layout view. So we go to design view actually. Report design. Label. Change the formatting of this. It's going to be 16. White and sans serif. And let me just see if I can make it transparent. And then the text is going to be 16. Arial and white. Layout view. There we go. So we've done that. We've got the insert our name in the footer. Ensure the formatting of the report is professional quality. The layout of the report should look like this. And last step is we need to export this report as a PDF named staff report. Okay, just before we do anything, just let me have a look. To formatting, yeah. Yeah, I'm just going to put comma and then a candidate number, not and. Okay, and let's move that across. Yep, I am happy that the 127 is slightly cut off. So I just want to be like, I don't want to lose any marks. So let's just increase the size of that box. Print preview. Yeah, that's perfect. So now what we can do, we can close this. We can save this. And we can export this report as a PDF. So export as a PDF. So let me just see if there's any other options. PDF. And copy that name in. Publish. Close. So what we should have is, if I save it into here, yeah, staff report. Yeah, job done. Okay, perfect. Happy with that. And we've come to the end of the database section in this paper. So I think this is not too bad actually compared to some of the other papers I've seen. It's quite straightforward. It's just the only tricky part was to sort out all of the data in your spreadsheet files. Right, guys, please drop your comments below, like and share. Please subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you. Bye-bye.